Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you over to Warrior's Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules over at this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule, that's for you to verify everything that you learn, whether it's here on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule of life. So getting into the video, this video is going to have something to do with you using your own discretion, as I just suggested previously. And it's a big deal when it comes to credit cards. And some people, they always ask, why do I say that? But there's a reasoning behind me telling you all to use your own discretion. One of the things that I love in life is the freedom of choice. You get to choose and decide what you want to do for the most part. Not all the time, but for the most part, you're able to choose what you want to do. There was once a time when there was a great deal of peace that came along with the freedom of choice. You could make a decision or choose something, and you wouldn't have a lot of people to combat you for whatever you choose. Your inner circle was usually your family, your loved ones, your neighbors, those you went to school with, maybe your organization, but your circle as far as people who would oppose your freedom of choice was small. But then you have social media, in comes television, in comes all of these opinions from the outside, and the peace that comes along with the freedom of choice, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And suddenly it goes from having peace with the freedom of choice to being timid and apprehensive when it comes to making a decision and making a choice. And I said that for a reason. And it relates to credit cards, because one of the things that I'm noticing when it comes to credit cards, whether it's here on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever you can find information on credit cards, there's this thing where people are ashamed for the type of card that they choose to go after, or ashamed for the cars that they like or the cars that they have. And that's unfortunate, because what it does is it's taking away the peace that comes along with people's freedom of choice. Now, I know some of you're probably saying like, hey, well, people are adults. If they like a certain card, then they should just go with that card and they should just use that card and get the most out of it. Yeah, well, that's cool and all, but everyone doesn't have that mentality. You figure some people get on here on YouTube or wherever and they're seeking information as to what's the best card. And they're seeking it from a general standpoint. Some of them enter it into the search, and some of them just get shown by the algorithm a video, and it just sparks their interest in relation to a credit card. A lot of times in this credit card space on YouTube, a lot of the people, they land on our videos because they have some sort of interest in credit cards. Because even if they're watching a video about food or something like that, for them to want to click on the video regarding a credit card means that there is some form of curiosity there in regards to that specific credit card, or just learning about credit cards in general. So one of the things that I like to tell people over at this channel is always choose a credit card that works for you, no matter who attempts to shame you. Because it was someone who came by here the other day and they were mentioning how someone was shaming them for a specific card that they chose. And I'm just looking at it like, hey, no matter what card you choose, be sure that that card fits and works best for you. I have a credit card right now and it's not popular. If I was to put it in the search on YouTube, I'm sure not a lot of popular videos would pop up in regard to this card. But this card works well for me. I've had it for a while now, and I get the most out of it. And that's all that matters to me. And I want you all to start looking at it like that. You still have the freedom of choice. Even though sometimes you're ashamed for liking a specific card or thinking that a certain card works for you more than other cards. This happens a lot with popular cards. Like in my previous video, I just explained how someone came by and they had an opinion on the Amex Platinum card. And they said, I basically have the Platinum card, and other YouTubers as well, to flex and to pretend to be rich. And I'm like, hey, you're getting on my freedom of choice. You don't know why I have that card. You could just assume out of your own insecurity, but you don't know why I have the Platinum card. You don't know my lifestyle. You don't know how much I travel. You don't know what benefits I get out of the Platinum card, but you only assume that I have the card to flex and to look rich, which is one of the most foolish things I've heard since 2025 started. But hey, I'm not surprised. This is YouTube, so the opinions just fly, and I'm used to it. But I just want you all to know, please use your own freedom of choice when it comes to these credit cards. Find the cards that work for you. I don't care if they're not popular. The card does not have to be popular. And this is a problem with credit cards and the whole culture around credit cards. A lot of people believe the card has to be popular and trendy in order for it to work for them. It doesn't have to be popular. It could be a card that everyone shames and everyone talks bad about. But if that card works for you and it works for your lifestyle, make sure that you at least consider choosing it. I can't tell you what to do, but at least make sure you do make a consideration, because we all have different lifestyles. Some of us, we have kids. Some of us don't. Some of us, we have businesses. Some of us don't. Some of us travel a lot. Some of us go out to eat a lot and cook a lot. Some of us, we drive a lot. It all depends on what your lifestyle is. And in all actuality, you don't even have to choose a credit card on your lifestyle. You could simply choose a credit card based on you liking it. You can choose it because you like the way it looks. You can choose it because you like the bank that the card is with. You can choose it because you like the benefits. Whatever it may be, it's your choice. You have the freedom of choice. And another thing I want to touch on real quick is I like to keep things more serious around here. And some people may wonder, but I want you all to understand something. This is YouTube, and I talk about credit cards and credit scores. And a lot of people land on my channel because they're in a desperate position right now. And I'm not looking down on them. I don't look down on them because I was there before. But they're in a desperate situation and they want information to help them change their situation, whether it's how to increase their credit score, whether it's credit card utilization, whether it's how to get approved for a credit card, whether it's how to get out of credit card debt. No matter what it is, they're seeking out that information, and I would be a fool to be on here playing around and shortchanging them. So I like to try to keep myself in that mindset that there is always going to be someone coming by this channel who's seeking out information out of desperation. Does that mean that all of you are in that position? No, it doesn't. But a lot of you who are watching and who have watched and subscribed, you subscribe to me for that reason. Maybe you want to get a house, or you want to get approved for a car, or you just simply want to get approved for a credit card, or better your situation when it comes to credit scores, and at least having that plan B option when it comes to credit scores. Whatever it may be, you all are welcomed over here. No matter what your situation is, if you're here to learn about credit scores and credit cards, this is the place for you. And I appreciate every single one of you who do stop by and you do show love and you leave comments and you share my videos and you're positive towards me and this channel. You are appreciated. But I just wanted to make this video to let you all know, like, hey, choose cars based on your own discretion. Choose them because you want them. Don't listen to YouTuber Joe Blow or me or whoever. There's been videos where I talk down on retail cards. I'm not a big fan of retail cards because they have high interest. It's usually in the 30% range or close to it. So I'm not a fan of that, especially if you're someone who carries over balances. But if you're a fan of retail credit cards, I am not shaming you for being a fan of retail credit cards. You can do whatever you choose to, and I advise you to do whatever you choose to when it comes to choosing a credit card. So I just wanted to make this video to let you all know, hey, you do have the freedom of choice, and make sure you do make the right choice when it comes to these credit cards, because at the end of the day, not me, any other YouTuber, someone on TikTok, Reddit, Instagram, wherever, it's your credit card balance, and you will be responsible for your credit card and paying it off and managing your credit card. So always keep that in mind. Get the credit card that you want to get and the credit card that you like. But anyways, if you're new over here and you're feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video because I post often. That's clicking on the bell and selecting all. Also, this goes to every single one of you, my subscribers included. Be sure to hit the like button. That lets the algorithm know you support this video and this channel. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. What's going on? This is Nell from Water Your Soil. So as someone who went from a 549 credit score all the way up to the 800s, I decided to share the same information that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. This book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. I put everything in this book, everything that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. All of the information is in this book. So I want you all to purchase this book. A lot of you have already purchased it, but it's available currently right now on Amazon.com and also MasterCreditBook.com. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. You want this book. It has all the information needed in order for you to go from poor credit to excellent credit, or just simply maintain your good or excellent credit score. So get the book ASAP. And if you want something more in depth, you could take the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. It's more in depth. There are actually chapters in this course, and it walks you through basically how FICO credit scores come about and how they're determined. And really, once you learn how FICO scores come about and the concept of credit scores, then you're pretty much on your way to either going from poor credit to good credit, or just maintaining a good or excellent credit score. So if you want something more in depth, I have the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. All right.